But this is something I want to talk about today, something that I've felt in my heart always because of Rotary. On the 8th of March, in some countries it's celebrated as International Women's Day. And I believe that here in the United States we should devote this honor to women all over the world. In 1848, in the legislature of France, universal suffrage was being debated. There were profound differences of opinion between the legislators. One of whom was Victor Hugo, a famous poet, a well-known writer, but he was relatively new in legislation. The debate had been going on for several days, and the galleries in the hall were filled with people who wanted to know what the result of the debate would be. During one of the recesses that they had, a friend of Victor said, "Victor, I'd like to know what you think about this." And he said, "Well, I've been taking down some notes on new in politics, but I have made my reflections and I've taken down notes of what others have said. And I'll ask for the floor tomorrow, and if it's conceding, I'll say what I felt." So the next day he asked for the floor, it was conceded, and he started saying the following: "Man is the most elevated of all creatures. Woman is the most sublime of all ideals. God made for man a throne, and for woman an altar. The throne exalts, the altar sanctifies. Man is the brain, woman is the heart. The brain generates light, the heart produces love. Light germinates, love resuscitates. Man is strong because of his reasoning. Woman is invincible because of her tears. Reasoning is convincing, tears are moving. Man is capable of all heroism. Woman is capable of all martyrdom. Heroism makes man noble. Martyrdom makes woman sublime. Man has supremacy. Woman has preference. Supremacy signifies might. Preference represents right. Man is a genius. Woman is an angel. But Jesus cannot be measured. An angel cannot be defined. The maximum aspiration of man is supreme glory. The maximum aspiration of woman is extreme virtue. Glory makes all things great. Virtue makes all things divine. Man is a code of ethics. Woman is a book of Gospels. Code of ethics corrects. The book of Gospels perfects. Man thinks. Woman dreams. Think is to have a logo within your head. The dream is to have a halo around your head. Man is an ocean. Woman is a lagoon. The ocean has the pearl that adorns. The lagoon has the poetry that enlightens. Man is an eagle that soars through the air. Woman is a nightingale that sings in the dark. To soar through the air is to dominate space. To sing in the dark is to conquer souls. Man is a temple. Woman is a tabernacle. Before the temple, we remove our hats. Before the tabernacle, we drop to our knees. When all has been said and done, you will find man situated where the earth ends, and woman where heaven begins. With these words, he just sat down. There was a complete silence in that assembly. And then someone stood up and asked for the floor. And he said, as our young Victor Hugo had said with such beautiful eloquence, between men and women, there is a very small difference. He was going to continue, but somebody up at the galleries got up and yelled out at the top of his voice, "Vive la différence!" Then someone on the other side, "Vive la différence!" And before you know it, everyone was standing up and yelling out, "Vive la différence!" which was going to be history. Because women in France got the vote in 1848. In the United States, it took us another some odd years, so we didn't get the women didn't vote in the United States until 1920. And in Mexico, where I lived for a long time, they didn't get the right to vote until 1953. But now, and you know, Rotarians, we didn't have ladies in Rotarians when they started years ago. The Rotary Club was only for men. But now there's women in Rotary, and they're going to be making it wonderful. I wonder, we're going to have a lady president next year. We've already had lady presidents in this club, and she's going to be our lady president next year. Great. So it's a pleasure to be here. That's a wonderful lady who is from our club in Mexico. It's all ladies. These were some of the founders. She belongs to that club. And they gave me this as an honorary member. It says, Club Ratario Vida de Laredo. Distingue a nuestro amigo Blas GIBLER-RUIZ, tío Blas, como socio honorario en reconocimiento a su apoyo y extraordinaria calidad humana. I'm the only male member of that club. We'll put this in because I'll always remember this, as I'm standing there with the founding members of that club over in Morelia. So happy about that. So, I wrote a letter here to the newspaper one time because I was thinking about what is Rotarian. They're universal. They're all over the world. There are some countries that they don't have no Rotary clubs yet. And that's why I brought this today, because I was master of ceremonies at a meeting. They issued this, you've got some on the tables there. This was in 1989. This was our club. The elected president of this club is called Club Rotario Champizan Mexico ACI. We had our meetings 1 month on the Mexican side and 1 month on the American side. And we spoke in English and Spanish, and all the members were bilingual, and some were bicultural. We used to salute the flags like this. You look at the flag here. It's the first thing we do when you start this business. This was a salute to the flags. We salute the flags of the United States and Mexico for being the symbols of two heroic peoples who have demonstrated throughout their histories to be paladins of liberty, defenders of justice, and believers of all those values who benefit man for his own sake, without distinction of race, religion, or nationality. We make a solemn vow of loyalty to all as represented by you, and promise to promote the union of our countries toward the union of all humankind. That's what Rotary is all about. It's just universal. The president of the International Rotary at that time was voicing, he was from Australia. And I want to read what he said that day, because it is a beautiful thing. He says, today, more than any other time in history, the citizens of the world are bound to each other. During this century, we have developed into a global village, connected by the media, by travel, by the interconnected economic network, and by the exchange of ideas. The communication technology has allowed us to view events around the globe as they happen, to see the world history being made day by day. Our world is smaller and closer than ever before, but proximity has not made us gentler to our neighbors. In fact, it has often increased tensions and encouraged violence. Looking above all is the unthinkable threat of nuclear war.